Hey there, let's talk about procrastination, but the real reason you procrastinate. And I'll tell you right now, it's not what you think. It's not about your phone. It's not about a lack of willpower. Nope. It's something deeper. An inner saboteur that's kind of secretly running the show. So let's get into it. So picture this, right? You've got that one important task, that big goal you've set for yourself. You know exactly what you need to do. You're committed, and yet you just can't start. You're stuck. So what is it? What's really stopping you? And we all know the usual suspects, don't we? That sudden, urgent need to check your email. Or, oh, I'll just scroll social media for a minute. Maybe you suddenly decide you're starving and have to get a snack. Yeah, we tell ourselves these are the reasons we're not getting things done. But are they? And this is where we hit what you could call a productivity paradox. See, we blame all those external things, our phones, our email, but they're not the actual problem. They're just the symptoms of something way deeper going on inside our own heads. I mean, it's an easy trap to fall into, right? Your phone buzzes, the emails are piling up, and it's so easy to believe our lack of focus is because of all that noise. We think the problem is out there. But here's the big question, the real shift in thinking. What if the thing that's sabotaging you isn't your phone or your inbox? What if it's actually internal, a hidden part of your own mind, working against your best intentions, and you don't even know it's there? Okay, so let's actually give this thing a name. Because deep down, not in your conscious, logical brain, but in your subconscious, there's this thing we can call the saboteur. And you know what it really is? It's the voice of fear. So what exactly is the saboteur? Well, think of it as the part of you that just gets scared. It's not logical, it's not rational at all. It's this primitive, fear-based voice that's running in the background, kind of pulling the strings to keep you safe from all the things it's afraid of. And you can see this conflict play out all the time. Your conscious mind is totally on board. It's like, okay, I am going to finish this project. But then that saboteur whispers, yeah, but what if you actually succeed? Or what if you fail? Or even, what if people laugh at you? It's this constant, hidden tug-of-war happening inside. So to really get a handle on this saboteur, we have to understand the fears that are feeding it. And what's wild is that a lot of us, well, we're all afraid of the same basic things. Let's break down what those are. So this saboteur, it runs on some really deep-seated fears. You've got the ones that kind of make sense. You know, fear of failure, fear of being laughed at, fear of change, sure. But then there are others, like a fear of loss, or that nagging feeling that we don't really deserve our own success. And maybe the most surprising one of all, a fear of success itself. And that fear of success, that one's really powerful. I mean, why would anyone be afraid of succeeding? Well, think about it. From the time we're kids, we're basically taught to fit in, to be part of the crowd. Success means you have to leave that crowd. You have to dare to be different. And for that inner saboteur, that is absolutely terrifying. Okay, so we've got a name for it, the saboteur, and we know what it's afraid of. But how does it actually work? How does it turn that fear into you staring at a blank screen for an hour? Well, it's a pretty clever, manipulative cycle. Here's how it goes down, step by step. 1, you commit to a big goal. 2, you actually start making progress. You're getting closer to achieving it. And that right there, that's the trigger. That progress spooks the saboteur. So what does it do? It invents a totally valid reason for you to stop. And this is what that manipulation feels like in the real world. Suddenly you're just so tired, or you're starving, or that project you were just working on is suddenly way less important than cleaning out your inbox. And the tricky part is, these urges, they feel completely real and justified in the moment. But here's the thing you absolutely have to remember. These are not random impulses. They are calculated moves. They are the tactics your saboteur uses to stop you from getting too close to that goal it's so scared of. So, the big question is, how do you fight back? What do you do about this? Well, the good news is you can totally take your power back. And the way to do it, it's probably not what you're thinking. See, you don't beat the saboteur by gritting your teeth and using more willpower. That's just going to create more of a fight inside your head. The first and honestly the most powerful step is just to become aware, to notice it, to see it for what it is. And this is the absolute key. You have to create some space between you and that voice. You are not that voice of fear. You can hear it, you can observe it, but you don't have to believe it's you. Just saying this to yourself, I am not my saboteur, starts to break its hold on you. So, what does this look like in practice? It's simple. The next time you feel that urge to get distracted, to do anything but the important work, just pause for a second and say to yourself, I see you. I see what's happening. That's my saboteur. I must be scared. And you know what? In that one single moment of awareness, boom, you take your power back. You see the trick for what it is. And all of a sudden, you have a choice. That impulse doesn't have control over you anymore. So that's the big secret. And now that you know who it is, now that you can name it, I have a question for you. What is your saboteur telling you? What are the fears it uses to keep you stuck? Because just knowing that, well, that's the first step to finally getting free.